All right. Okay, here we go. All right.
You're live.
But can I see just on the thing? Hey guys, just need to double check. We had an issue. But where do you see?
Yeah. Cherry blossom Japan. And then yeah.
Okay. All right. So, hi guys. Yes, we finally got it. Sorry for I did a.
Tito doesn't know anything.
I didn't.
He was talking for like 20 minutes saying, oh, I wonder why there's nobody here.
Yeah, shame on me. Yeah.
YouTube pro.
Yeah. Sorry guys. I just did not work things properly, and I just had like a proper issue, so it just didn't work. Like I think we started. We actually were talking like for 15 or 20 minutes, and hi Kathleen. Hi. Hey Rose. Roms. Hey. We're in Japan, in Fukuoka, in the nice konnichiwa, greetings from Tibet. What? Tibet? What? That's awesome. Cool, Rose. Cool to see you. Thanks for being there. Well, as I was saying, guys, I'm really sorry because I messed up. I realized afterwards that the that the video was unlisted, so it was just like basically we were talking for like 15 minutes, and then I was looking at Yoko. So at some point I was like, oh, but nobody's here, and then they're not. The roof of the word is your beautiful wife.
To go to Tibet.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So yeah, guys, just wanted to start by saying for those who are going to watch the live stream afterwards, I would invite all of those who are watching the live stream afterwards eventually to help me if you feel like it. Why? Because I'm trying to gather some watch time, and then to eventually I have like some amazing videos that are coming up about Japan, and I just hello Tino, our family couldn't wait to see. Hey, great, there's a family. You need to call Natalie then. Hello from New Zealand, bro.
Oh, New Zealand.
Kiwi life, yeah. Cool,
That's
cool.
awesome.
But what time is it in New Zealand, by the way? It's like,
like
it
an
must
hour
be like
difference.
super late, hey?
I know New South Wales is 2 hours ahead.
So yeah, so let's talk real quick about Japan, because I knew that someone was going to ask about it. I don't know. You guys are okay for us to talk about 2:30 p.m. Ah, okay, that's pretty alright. Okay, that's not too late. In London. Oh, oh man, 2:40 a.m. You're awake late. London.
awesome.
That's great.
California.
Cool, cool.
Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool.
So yeah, I pretty much knew for a fact that we were gonna have to talk about the situation in Japan. So as you can see, we're out in an open space. We're not on lockdown at the moment. We can actually live a pretty okay life, I can say.
Not on the weekends though.
Not on the weekends. That's such a shame. Like honestly, it's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Like Japan obviously wants to keep the economy running, so they prioritize the economy over the people. So what matters is business running, I guess. in
Lockdown on
Japan.
weekends only.
Yes, so lockdown on weekends only. When the companies are closed, it's just horrible.
So you can still go out. It's not, it's not legally mandated, and you won't get fined either. So people will go out.
Yeah, so you can still go out, you can still go around, but they really try to get people to stay home as much as possible. Now, a lot of the trees, the sakura trees around here, like a lot of places, like huge parks, are closed. They were supposed to be open at this time of the year. Usually, you have like some huts. Uh, how would you call? You said huts or?
There's stalls, like
Ah,
food
yeah.
stalls,
Explain it.
bean stalls.
It's your thing. So.
It's just like a festival. Hanami is a big thing in Japan, you know. Coming out of hibernation, the flowers start blooming, and it's a big annual event. So all of that's cancelled, and the big spots, for example, close to castle ruins, all those places have been shut down because usually it gets just completely packed
Yeah.
with Hanami goers.
Yeah. And we decided to only 57 minutes so far. Rules might change
Only
if that number
57?
goes up a lot. Yeah, well, yes, actually, yeah, the the number of death is really low in Japan. Like, I was saying it in one of the other live stream I did. I'm not saying that Japan is better, definitely not better, but in their behavior, they're like the way they are in general, like they just don't like contact. It's like,
No physical contact.
no, it's true.
No, but
like,
it's true.
like sometimes I'm like in a convenience store or something. I'm like wondering whether it's because I'm just a foreigner and they're
Unlike
just
Italy, yeah. Unlike a lot of European countries.
yeah, we get more clothes easily. I mean, we have also the bizu thing, like the kind of thing which we do quite often, which is something we don't do if you guys happen to be. Yeah, sure. So yeah, so like I was saying, where were we? I lost
In
track.
New York is going a bit crazy at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York, yeah.
Yeah. The US has the most number of cases at the moment. It's going crazy.
So yeah, so let's get back just to the thing. I got back to where I was. Sometimes I'm in a grocery store and then I'm just shopping around, and you know what? You have this person that's next to you, and start some
That
physical
kind of
contact.
physical contact.
So sometimes even like that distance, like a meter about, people feel really uncomfortable. So they're just going to leave naturally to avoid like being really close to you. And then I don't know what it's like. I'm asking you guys, could you just tell me like, do you have a hand sanitizer everywhere you go? Pretty much. Like I'm pretty curious, like all around the world. So in London it's bad. So you say no hand sanitizer, or?
Yeah, what do you mean by it's bad?
Stock is coming back slowly. Ah, okay. Out of stocks. Okay. I don't know why Japan hasn't been. Well, we're out. If we go to anywhere, pretty much we have a hard time buying masks now. The only
Masks,
place you
yeah.
can get them, it's like on Amazon at the moment. Pretty much.
Oh, well, get this. So I don't know if it's happening in other places, but as soon as masks started to get sold out, Japanese people, they bought a heap of boxes and they started selling them at like $200 or even $800 a box. That's in New York, yeah?
Yeah. By the way,
Gotta stay in.
let's talk about it a bit later. By the way, guys, we just want to be precise on the fact that I feel empathy for those who are on lockdown, who can't go out. Like it is really, we're lucky at the moment to be where we are and to be able to do what we're doing the way we're
Be
doing it,
outside.
to be outside. So It is the reason we decided to do it outside. I mean, it's the season normally, and you know, it's something that we wanted to do anyway. And Yoko, actually, me, I was like, I felt like quite bad. I was like, should we do it? Should we not? And then we wanted to share with you that, you know. So Yoko sort of suggested for us to stay home and just like put a Hanami on the screen, you know, like on the TV screen, and
COVID lockdown
a
Hanami.
COVID lockdown Hanami. And then I told her, I said, well, actually, we are lucky enough to be enjoying it that way, so let's do it that way. Look down.
Lots of YouTube watch.
Japanese saying no nonsense. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are actually a lot of people are mad about having lockdowns only
she
on
married
weekends.
me. I didn't marry her.
No.
Joke. So the yeah. So like I was saying, like the what did you say? You were saying something. I cut you in the middle of something. Okay, sorry. My bad jokes.
What happens all the time because Tino loves to bloody talk.
Well, now you. Yes, I live in Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New
so
York
you
City.
just can't go out. Tashi don't have lama. Like you can't go out at all.
Yeah, what do you mean by lockdown? Do you get a fine if you do go out?
One death every
No.
7 minutes in New York. Oh my
Well,
god.
thank you, One Crazy Raider Nation. I'm assuming
Said.
I'm the cuter one though.
What? What did you say?
They said you're a cute couple, so I said I think I'm the cuter one.
Yeah. You're definitely cuter than I am, especially now. No, so yeah, so somebody asked about her. I think you guys might be curious about who Yoko is and everything. And who is Yoko and why is she she speaks with
Why
a
have an
slight
Aussie
accent?
accent?
Are you actually Japanese, Yoko? That's the question.
Obviously Japanese. I'm Japanese, but I was born and raised overseas, so English is my first language. Look, the cat is.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I can't do anything.
Yes, masks. Yeah, so I was born and raised overseas and only got back to Japan about 5 years ago, maybe. In total, I've lived in Japan 7 years. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Yeah. And
Wow.
and I have an Aussie accent because that's the longest I've lived in any one country, which was 9 years. I was in Australia for 9 years.
Yeah, Natalie, Yoko has a very good ear. Like you can mention the fact that you actually lived in England.
Oh
in the
yeah, I
States,
lived in
in
England.
Canada, so pretty much all of you. So the thing is, like, she had the accent from pretty much everywhere.
I've had 3 accents in my life. I've had an American accent, a British accent, and then now I'm stuck with an Aussie accent. And I think it's here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, an Aussie accent.
Can you switch to some other accent?
Well,
Say something to Ross from England. Something that
I
he's
might
going
have to
laugh
drink a
about.
little bit more. But if I speak to a person from London or anywhere, I reckon in 30 minutes I'm going to have a British accent. Hey Natalie, come say hello.
So,
G'day mate.
good mate. So Natalie is here, our little girl.
Say hello.
Hey Babu, you can say hello.
They can't see you. Say hello.
She is actually wearing a mask because we're quite worried still.
She has asthma.
She has asthma, so we're trying our best to keep her safe.
You wanna say
But
hello?
it's hard to put a girl on lockdown when everybody's out and everything. So I guess now that the person who's living now in New York and said what she said, or said what he said, will of person your personalities.
Let's see you do videos in the morning.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm actually going now to post some. So Natalie, they said you're so cute.
Albuterol. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Albuterol is the med for her.
Asthma.
Ah, okay. So do you mean by that it would be the good thing for her to take to keep safe, to stay safe?
Does have an inhaler.
Yeah, she has her inhaler with what's the corticoid inside, right? Just for
With the
the
COVID
respiratory
inside.
med.
No, I'm just
Oh my
joking.
gosh. Well, I'm quite. Oh, oh, Natalie.
She's hungry.
I'm,
That's me.
I'm quite close to. Okay,
Not too much.
I'll just say thank you for the person who said, I just forgot the name, but just thank you for the person who said that she or he is watching me every morning. I really appreciate it. Now going to the, oh, I am a respiratory therapist.
Wow.
Ah, great, great.
That's awesome.
So that's the kind of medicine she needs.
I'll remember. Albuterol.
Albuterol. No,
Albuterol.
but I think. Okay. Ah, yeah. We need to get. Hey, Tina. Always. Hey, Jill, the one and only. Hey, how are you? Good to see you back. Ross said something. So about the watch time, I don't like to. Oh, it's getting windy here. I don't like to say it. She has a inhaler already, so everything, and we really keep it like a close look. We already pulled her out of Kindi as soon as we can to avoid her to stay in Kindi as much as possible. Even if Abe is the Prime Minister of Japan, if he decides to start again school, we'll probably more likely not let Natalie go back to school. At the moment, she's playing in an open area. She's not surrounded by people. We try to avoid places where it's like crowded or anything. We really want to keep her safe, but we feel so bad for her. I mean, for those of you who are just on lockdown and can't go out, what I'm saying might just be not proper, but at the moment we feel so bad because sometimes she wants to go out. Actually, she got pretty much hooked with the Famicom,
Mario.
the Mario of the old Famicom
Super Nintendo.
console, Super Nintendo. Hey, kick your bass. Kick your butt. Yeah, so Ross, just to say, I'm really close to getting enough. I wanted to say that I'm getting close to have enough watch time to be monetized and eventually make a little bit of something out of YouTube, which is going to be, honestly, I don't know if some of you knows, but like you just don't make anything much out of YouTube unless you have, let's say, 40,000 or 50,000 subscribers, around like what Tim has is like the start where you can kind of live out of YouTube. But talking about and even then I don't think I would be able to live out of YouTube with that in Japan. But talking about my watch time, I'm pretty close to 4,000 hours of watch time. I have now 3,300 hours, so I need another 700 hours. Thanks to all of you for that, guys. Like it's because of you guys. Like otherwise, I would not even be close to that. And then yeah, so as I was saying, like I was thinking of making a video that's like an hour long. I don't know, it's a concept. Some of you might be like, no, don't do that, Tino, and then I would understand it, but I mean, YouTube has set that thing, you know, and where they say, okay, you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time, and then after that you can apply to be monetized. And I was like, well, if I make an hour long video and I ask my subscribers to watch, not really watch it, but just to put it on and just let it go, is it going to work or not? Is it a good idea or not? Yoko was like, that's not really proper to do something like
You gotta
that.
do something. At least show a little something.
So I was like, maybe cooking.
Yes, Jill, the cherry blossoms are so beautiful. I have to say, I was born on April 7th, and my name literally means cherry blossoms. Thank you very much. I'm just joking. So that's me right there. So beautiful.
Look, two people just left after you said that.
Oh yeah. Just joking, guys. No, but it does.
Thank you for the we will. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be I have to let you know. It goes, yeah, Jill. Like when you guys write, I just don't like the way it goes on the phone because I get the message from you guys and it disappears after like 3 or 4 seconds. So if let's say I'm talking at the same time and then a message comes up, sometimes it's hard to really stop and it's like I have to interact with you as quick as possible. So don't feel bad or if I did not answer any of your question, and feel free to ask me again afterwards. So yeah, like we were saying about the corona quickly in Japan. So all the big parks are closed. We can still go out. We can still have a pretty okay time. Like I said, we feel empathy for those of you who can't go out. I'm really sorry about that. Actually, I would like to ask you guys. It seems like you guys are. Is that social distances?
The delay.
The delay.
Yeah, with conversation too.
Yeah, completely. I would like to ask you guys, how is your situation like at the moment? Do you have hand sanitizer everywhere? Like, can you just put your country, missed message by touching screen and moving it up and down? Really? Yeah, but well, Ross, thank you for that help. But the thing is, I have a special setup today. We're actually using the phone and using the screen of my computer to be able to read it and not having to be both of us like close like that to the thing. So I actually have to go on the other side of my phone to to touch it. So yeah, I would like to ask you, can you guys, those who are watching now, Ross sort of answered, what about the hand sanitizer? Can you put your country, you write just your country, and then like your country or the city where you're in, and then can you write like, do you feel like there's enough hand sanitizer at the entrance of the malls or anywhere public? Is that something you guys could answer? I would love to know at the moment. Soap is better than sanitizer. Okay, in general. Yeah, agreed. But it's a quick solution, the hand sanitizer. So, I mean, at the moment, not enough in England. California, USA. Okay. I see. Okay. And then, so now coming to that, how many percentage? Because here in Japan, pretty much we can say that Natalie. Look at Natalie.
She's in bliss.
What are you doing, Natalie?
Yeah. Philippines said
Car City.
scarcity.
No, scarcity or car city?
Scarcity.
A scarcity?
Well,
Okay.
That's what she said, yeah.
Okay.
The thing, yeah.
Natalie, honestly. Sorry. Sorry, guys. She's just having a blast. Look at her. I was coming up with something.
Hand sanitizers.
No, the masks.
Oh.
Car City. Yeah, well, the reason I said Car City is because there's actually a place called Car City close to Cebu. You guys like a fun family? we try to be. Yeah, it's a place in Cebu City. Yeah, so I was just talking. On average, how much would you gauge the percentage of masks you see around here?
Like on the shelves or people gosh. On the shelves, I don't see any.
on people's face, obviously. Like,
Oh.
around
wearing-
you, like when we're walking, like on
oh.
the shelves. Okay, in the yes,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Tino. Thank you so much, Tavesh Singh. Thank you so much. We're trying. So yes, your answer, Yoko.
I reckon like at least 70%. 7 out of 10 wear masks here.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would have not gauged it that high. I would have
No,
gone like
because
more
I-
for like 50%.
No,
of the
because
people.
I go on the bus and the train and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's quite high.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So maybe like 50% of the
7 out
people.
of 10 people, I reckon.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for my laugh. Actually, my laugh is kind of. Some people actually think that my laugh tends to be annoying sometimes. So I have
Well,
to.
you do have
to
a very annoying laugh.
Mm.
You have to do it.
Well, you have like a really heavy one. Sometimes when you start, like it's
No, but you have to do it.
what I have
The
to do.
really annoying one.
Ah, it's like the scary one. Natalie's below the table. What are you doing, Natalie? So yeah, another question now of those who are around the world. Can you write a message as well, your country, and then the percentage you estimate of people wearing a mask? Because I know for a fact that it's not something that you really do. When you're in Europe, you never see anyone wearing a mask, basically. And I'm pretty much sure in the States or anywhere else. So how is this number increased? Would you gauge like 20, 30% on average, 40, I don't know, percent of people wearing actually a mask outside? If you guys could write it, just like again, just say whatever, like your country, and then the percentage that you gauge of that. No idea. I've been inside. I feel bad.
Wow.
I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Ross. I'm really sorry. Woodside, New York. Okay. Cool. I think now it's time to switch from the Corona. Okay. Yeah. Let's switch. Let's just go off that Corona. Right. Okay. Now let's talk about the beers. 80% of people. Oh, that's a lot. Can't find sanitizers, also mask, gloves. I got three masks from friends.
But I've got to tell you this though. Okay, so Japanese people are known to be very, very hygienic. So even before the coronavirus, every time they feel bad or something, like you see people wearing masks 24/7 throughout the year. So it's nothing new. Whereas when I talk to my friends back in Australia, they're like, no one's bloody wearing masks.
Yeah, no, that's
It's just not part of their culture.
Yeah.
So I think that as well.
Yeah, no,
Just my 2 cents there.
It's
Masks,
true.
like
It's completely true. No, in
Japan,
the
it's
first
just
time
so
I got
normal.
the first time I got in Japan, that's the thing. I got sick. What's the hottie? She's
Who?
Who's the hottie?
You.
I am the hottie. Yeah. So about the what she said, the first time I got back in Japan, the first time I got in Japan, I actually got really sick. I went up to like 40, let's talk about compassion and peace, which is very much needed at that time. Yes, completely. Wear a mask, have cooked beef. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, so like I was saying, when I came in Japan, like the first time, I got sick. I got up to like 40 degrees of fever, and the first thing my Japanese friend asked
Terraforming
me,
Mars. Who's Edders? Who are
"Who's
you?
Edders?" Oh my God.
Is it Michael?
Edders must be someone that we know, because talking about terraforming Mars.
Is it Michael?
No, I don't know. Who knows terraforming Mars like that? It's
Michael.
Michael. You just and you
Oh,
created a fake profile just so that you can write your thing on our.
Oh, Michael, we miss you.
Yeah, Michael's back in the
I
States.
hope it's Michael anyway. It's Tim K.
It's Tim K. It's Tim K. Fake? Wow, I didn't even look at my videos.
It's got to be.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look you up.
It is. Yeah, she's gonna check, so she's gonna know if you have some videos on your channel. She's gonna see it straight away. Put here. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get back. So when I got sick in Japan the first time, I had to wear masks straight away. They told me like, just wear mask. It's the best thing to do. Yeah, that's the one thing you need to do when you're in when you're sick in Japan, and that's why. OTS Team K different account. Yeah. Somebody said actually about the fact that Tim K was
I have no idea.
about the fact that Tim K was crying. Yes, I saw him his video. He seemed to get a lot better. If you look at him on the Instagram, we haven't really been contacting each other much recently because of the fact that we are quite busy on each of our sides. I mean, he has to take care of his little one. But yes, on his Instagram, it seems like he's doing pretty okay. He's been running recently and everything, so seems like it's going great for him, like better. Natalie, so you're doing your show? Yes, that was totally what I thought. Yeah. Guys, a cool fact. Okay, let's talk about the beers. I'm gonna break that.
You don't know how heavy you are.
Okay, that. I'm not super heavy. Come on. Yeah, I gained weight. Okay. That's not nice. Jesus. Find a beer vending machine. Well, it's got to be Michael. It has to be Michael.
Yeah,
Okay. Is that Sapporo?
no, kidding.
No, it's Kirin. It's Kirin, and you know what? Let's talk about a cool fact about Japan. So, in Japan, you have two types of beers. You have one type which is called the Haposhu, which is what we're drinking. It's called the I love strong. Sorry, I'm reading the
5.5.
message on the side. So that beer is considered to be a cheap beer, and it's called Haposhu. Why? Because Haposhu in Japanese means it's low malt, and the reason is of that, so they just put well, the tax in Japan for normal beer is quite hard. So some beer companies, to go around it, they sort of make the malt of the beer just below 60% on average, so that the beer can be cheaper, less tax on it. So a beer like that will be $1.30, something like that, $1.40.
Well, anyway, for a pack, it's about 700 yen.
700 yen. But if you buy proper beers, it's going to be more like yeah, that's
Don't bloody drop it.
don't bloody drop it.
Precious beer?
If you buy like proper beer, like the Asahi or Sapporo or Kirin or
14 bucks.
yeah, it's going to be like pretty expensive. Yeah, it is. It's twice the price, which is something that we can't afford all the time. So we tend to just stick to the Haposhu, the one that has low malt. Some Japanese, some English people here might tend to call that a fake beer. I would not call it a fake beer because it actually tastes okay or even good. So yeah, I would call it like just a way to go cheap in Japan.
Semi-fake.
Semi-fake. Semi-fake. Yeah. So, wondering you guys about this whole thing going on around, because we just keep skipping. How do you guys get to?
West.
Hey, Charlotte Hume. She's really active on my. You're always writing lots of nice comments on my videos. Thank you for that. I really enjoy it. What is it?
New news. Fukuoka City Schools postponed until April 17th. Reopening April 20th. City schools. So Natalie's school.
Okay, so now Yoko just got a like an alert message saying that
Sorry, back to
they postponed the school in Japan now. So
In
they're doing a
Fukuoka.
bit of something
Fukuoka. Every city is different.
in Fukuoka.
In Fukuoka.
Why do they do a different thing for each city? Ah, Yoko has some cool things to talk about, like some funny facts about schools cancelled.
Until August.
Oh my god, that's quite.
I've got a
That's
bunch of friends in the US, and they're putting up lots of funny stuff with their kids about how they have to do wow. Yeah. Luckily, Natalie's only entering elementary school, so I can definitely do that part.
Yeah,
But
do and help or something.
middle school and high school kids, geez, how are you going to teach them calculus?
Yeah. Let's go. Somebody mentioned I'm literally gonna teach Minecraft classes every week.
You're just horrible.
My wife is
Wow.
a teacher and school are closed. Okay.
So if she doesn't have work, will she continue to be paid? That's the big thing. Like, if schools are postponed, will the teachers continue to get paid? Will they get some sort of... Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to become... Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn on the spot, hey?
So now somebody said let's make it a little bit more funny, right? So Yoko has some cool things to say about what happened in Japan. Like, it was really funny to hear that. But then for
In Japan too, daycares.
teachers should be paid here.
1 million.
I don't know if it's going to happen, but definitely I agree with you. So Yoko, explain one of your story about what happened here in Japan. Yes, the fun facts are coming.
I'm sure you already know, but
That's
few crazy things since the COVID thing started to break out and people are getting real paranoid about it, which is, all good. But on the subway, a man pressed
That
the
was so good.
emergency brakes, right? I mean, people rely on subways to get to work on time. The subways in Japan are never late. They are always on time. But a guy pressed the emergency brakes. Why? Because the guy next to him sneezed. So he got real freaked out, like, oh my God, it's COVID. And he pressed the emergency brakes. And mind you, everyone was shocked because trains then got delayed by like 3 minutes.
No, but I mean, like, hey guys, really try me. That's how I picture it. I'm putting myself in the train. I'm trying to understand the way that guy must have felt. Like, honestly, it's so
Yeah.
good. Like, imagine that guy was literally, like, he saw that guy sneezing and it was like, oh my God, it's time. But I mean,
Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, I do have an Australian accent. Yeah, that's it. You got it. You got it. One crazy. Yeah, everyone's freaking out because the trains was 3 minutes late. Oh my God, what's going on? People are not used to, public transport being late, especially the trains. Buses, yeah, but never the train.
yeah.
And another one was
No, but wait, before you talk about the other one, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm getting back on it. I might be silly, but I'm just trying to be like, I'm this guy sitting. Yes, I'm freaking out about the COVID, okay? But how in your head you can find that headspace? I mean, like that stressful time where you're like, okay, now this guy sneezed. The alert button is the way to go. Like, when in anybody's mind is that the good option to
Freaked
go
out.
for? Like,
You probably
why?
wanted
Like,
people to-
the only thing you're going to do is you're going to stop the bus you're going to stop the bus or stop the whole thing, and then be stuck with that person even longer. So that was like, that must have been like just panic, total
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
say in scuba diving, always stop, think, and act. This guy did not use that advice for sure. Okay, second cool fact.
Second,
Go with
another
it.
on the subway. So, well,
I'm
this
cracking
isn't
only
maybe.
my second one. Yoko has cracked already 3. Like
No,
she's just going like
2.
Aussie. Australia is like, "Arr!" and then
Hey,
she,
I
could,
gotta-
she would just throw the can behind, you know.
I gotta just say though, I love drinking from 10 in the morning. It's great.
Yeah, I haven't done that much, but
It's awesome.
it's because of the live. We wanted to just make sure like people would not end up being like stuck, just to sort of make sure people can be there and then watch still.
Cheers, Jill.
Cheers. Lots of compassion for you guys. Okay, cool fact number
Well,
2.
I mean, it's not as funny, but
It is. I think it is.
I mean, I think in Australia, you know, people getting into fist fights over toilet paper is probably just as bad. But on the train, fist fights over a sneeze.
Fist fight over a
Fist fights,
sneeze.
like physical fight, because an elderly man got really angry with a 30-year-old sitting next to him that sneezed on the subway, and they got into a massive argument. It was on the news, like they almost got into a physical fight. Yes, we can drink in
Yes,
public,
welcome to
and
Japan.
unlike in Australia, I don't have to have it wrapped up in brown paper bag. We can drink while walking.
Once all of
While
this is
driving.
over, you guys are invited. Come over
No, I'm just
Japan
kidding. You can't drink while
and
driving.
drink in a public area.
Yeah.
Ciao, Polly. Hey,
She's
ciao.
from Italy. Or
He's I think Polly is living in the States, if I'm right, and I watched your YouTube. I watched some of your videos, like some of are quite funny actually. I'm gonna show them to you. So yeah, so you said fist fights. That was the thing that happened.
the other one is in Japan. I don't know in other countries, but
Tell
if
me
you
about somebody in
getting
a
slapped.
doctor.
You know, this man in his 40s, he wasn't feeling very good, you know, health-wise. And in Japan, they say instead of going to the doctor, go to your ward office first to discuss your symptoms, and then they'll refer you to, you know, where you should go, right? Because if you do have COVID, you don't want to be waltzing around to all different hospitals. So this guy went, and he was really concerned about his health. He was like, I need to get tested for this COVID virus, you know, gung-ho. And he goes in, and then the man behind the desk says, okay, well, you can go to this clinic and blah, blah, blah. He gets tested, but he apparently did not get the test that he was hoping to get. So he walked back into the ward office, found the man to complain, and slapped him across the face.
That's
It
great.
was on the news.
That's
This guy got physically assaulted
because
because the man didn't get the test that he was hoping to get at the hospital or the clinic.
yeah.
So the guy at the ward office got a slap in the face. For it.
Well, that's a result that shows a lot to us. I think it shows us that what?
If, in New York, was it New York? Jill?
Yeah,
If
maybe.
someone sneezes or coughs into someone's face, it's considered to be like a terror attack, like terroristic offense.
No, come on. That's a joke, right? Is it? I'm pretty sure that must be a joke.
I don't know.
No,
I couldn't
no.
believe it.
That must be a joke. You get terror attack when you
They
sneeze on
arrest
someone.
you.
Really? That's not a joke. Oh my
Jeez,
god.
Natalie would be like arrested.
Well, don't say that because people might be thinking no. So the thing with Natalie is, yeah, well, I agree. No, it's not really. Okay, well,
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised.
But I mean, the numbers in the US is crazy.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
it is. Well,
Exploding.
the thing now, let's talk just quickly about Natalie. So Natalie, she has a case of asthma a little bit, and the other thing, on the other hand, is the fact that when she is like me also, I have a little bit of a hay fever now, if I can call that. Like I don't have any colds or anything on fever, or I'm not even coughing, but
Yes,
my-
they're Charlottes. They're cherry
cherry
blossoms.
blossoms, yeah, completely. Here they are. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sick at all. I don't have anything, but I still have my eyes are quite itchy and everything. So yeah, hay fever is going on, and Natalie, because she's asthmatic, she of course is a little more affected about it. So at the moment she's sneezing quite a lot, and then it became really embarrassing for us to go
I wasn't
actually
actually there. You were with
out.
me.
Like one time I had to go to the shopping mall and then do groceries. Like I had no other choice than taking her with me, and she was sneezing the whole time. Everybody was staring at me. I was like, my God. I was trying, and I was like, Natalie. Each time I was like, Natalie, cover your mouth, cover your mouth. And she's like, okay. And then the next time, and so people were starting to really hate me real bad about that. So anyway, Natalie, what are you doing now?
Antihistamine.
Ah,
Antihistamine.
oh, Natalie, you're drawing. Beautiful draw. What is it?
It's Ariel.
That's beautiful. Good job. Keep going. Very good. Quick thing. This is what we got. That's what we're going to eat as soon as we finish, because it was a bit too early for us. Now we're getting close to 12. So we got like a bunch of things that we are ready to eat. We are slowly going to stop the live. I think we're getting to the point where I don't want to make up things to keep talking and talking and talking. It's not really interesting for you guys, and it's not going to be very easy for us to keep making up things to just have a conversation, right? I think we all...
Depends. It was a Q&A if they've got any questions.
Right. Okay. Right, if you guys have any question, feel free to ask now. But usually, most of the people who are watching now, I know them. They've been commenting on my videos quite a lot, and thank you for that. Actually, commenting and everything. That's the way YouTube goes. Getting comments, getting likes is a good thing. It's definitely not a bad thing. So I thank you really much for that. And so as I was saying, we're about to just now slowly stop this live. Why? Because I think it's time for us to just have our nice little quiet family time. I really hope, and I wish you guys the best. Let's hope this whole thing is going to get better for everyone. I really hope that people are going to be. I'm quite afraid that I'm afraid personally for my sister. My sister is the one that I'm really thinking of as much as I can, like at the moment. Not as much, but I'm thinking about her all the time, because as I mentioned it before, she has thank you to you too. Yeah, my sister has multiple sclerosis, and Switzerland is second now in the world score or something like that. Like it's, well, depends on the population, but I'm quite scared for her. I'm really I just hope that everything's gonna be alright and she's not gonna, yeah, anyway, if she catches it, she's pretty much, yeah, sentenced. So anyway, I love you all, guys. I think it was nice for you guys to be here for that live chat, and we might do it. We might, if the situation gets a little bit better and we get to a point where we can actually share something else than coronavirus, it would be good for the world to get better. I'd love to do like some funny live streams. Quite frankly, talking about the coronavirus for me is I think it's something that's actual, that's something that's happening, but I think we need in our hearts, we need something else as well to give. We need hope to go further, and that's why I also I'm gonna try to not focus my channel on the coronavirus thing. I actually don't really want to post much. Thank you, you too, Jill. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, guys. And do you have anything to say, Yoko?
No?
No?
I had a good time, so
Yeah, me too.
hopefully we can do more live. And
Thank you, Polly.
It's so good to be
I love
able
your
to-
vids, by the way.
It's really good to be able
Natalie.
to chat like this, eh?
Natalie, come and say goodbye. Goodbye,
Come that side,
everyone.
Mom.
We love
Mommy's
you.
side is
Oh.
too.
Just say goodbye to everyone, and then you know what? And you tell them that you think about them a lot. Big elbow bump. Yes. Yes. Everyone, I love you. Stay safe and wear a mask.
She forgot already.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being there, and then I'll see you soon. By the way, just the thing is, I'm posting a video pretty much I don't know, some of you might have realized, but every Mondays and Thursdays, right?
Well, I think so far you're
Thursdays.
doing it once.
No, twice. No, I skipped actually a couple of times. Once I got back to Japan because I had to find some ways to make cash in Japan. So I'm a Uber Eats driver now. And it's quite good money, so there's nothing else to say. It works. So just don't want to be back to teaching English. I just don't like it. Don't enjoy it as much. So. You know what she said? She said that you're super cute. Oh, she didn't say super, but she said you're cute. All right, guys, take care, and then see you very soon for another video. All right.
Thank you. See you.
Bye, guys. Bye, bye.
Numbers kept going up, eh? I reckon. Is it off now?
I'm trying to turn it off, but I just can't. It's just not working. So for the time being, I'm just gonna film around. Why is it not working? I just don't understand that phone. Keep entertaining. You're good. You're awesome, Natalie. Love you.
She doesn't know she's off video.
It's a sign.
That's so good. It's a sign we must keep going.
And we must keep going, but Jesus, I just can't.
Well, I think it's a sign we have to keep going.